Yo, what's going on YouTube? Cold here today, and I'm going to be bringing you a brand new video on my thoughts on Destiny's Crucible, which is their PvP, and some of the things I think they should change or consider changing. Again, this is just what I think. I've got a couple things written down. So let's go ahead and just get this video started. I want to start off by saying I do still enjoy Destiny's PvP. Crucible is a lot of fun. I like playing Control, which took me some time to, kind of ease into, but I do like it. I love playing Rumble. I like playing Clash. I love playing Trials of Osiris. It's just fun, There are some things that I think that can make it better, and that's kind of what I want to go over. So my number one thing right now is the amount of one-shots there are in this game. By one-shots, I mean supers, overpowered exotics like, Hawkmoon, or exotics that feel like they're a one-shot, like Thorn or Last Word, where sometimes it feels like you don't even get a millisecond to respond to what's happening in the game. You're just instantly dead. Another thing, heavy ammo with rocket launchers and heavy machine guns, where you just get shredded instantly. You stand literally no chance unless you have another one-shot. If you look back, obviously Bungie isn't new to one-shot items. If you look back at Halo, there was the shotguns that spawn on the map, the sniper rifles that spawn on the map, and those, I guess, I wouldn't 100% classify them as one-shots, but they can be one-shots. Another thing that was on there was rockets and the sword that only spawned so many times, and they were on timers. I've played a decent amount of Crucible. I've been playing since the beta. I remember when they unlocked the moon in the public beta for a couple hours. Me and my buddy Hot Fuzz, we explored the shit out of that, and it was so much fun. I loved exploring in this game that first came out.
Alpha Team.
Some of the things I feel like they can alter with the one-shots is what I'm going to kind of go over next. I want to start out with the supers. And I feel like they've kind of implemented this in a way in Trials of Osiris, where there's only so many supers you can get. I think the most amount of supers I've seen in one Trials round, I believe was 3, because they were doing the bug where the Titans were popping bubbles, and then they were generating orbs for them. Oh no, what? And they were generating orbs for them, and he just kept chaining them over and over again. Now, that doesn't happen too much in Trials, but it does happen a decent amount in regular Crucible, and I feel like that's something that needs to get nerfed. I know it's going to kind of take away something from Titans, but to be honest, I just don't feel like it's fair, and it's not fun. If you're on the other end of that, that's really frustrating. Like, really, really frustrating. To where maybe you don't really want to play the game as much. And I don't think that's what Bungie's trying to do. I don't think that was their intent. So yeah, that's one thing they can do as far as supers go. Next thing I want to touch base on, okay, kid, is heavy ammo. They can add a timer to heavy ammo, so it doesn't feel like there's a team that just always has it. If you put a 30-second timer on it, people are going to want to use it, and they're going to rush to use it because it's only going to be on them for 30 seconds. Adding a timer to where you almost feel pressured to use it, and you're not just camping, and you're just not going to be constantly destroying the other team. I've seen videos and interviews of some of the developers for Destiny where they say the point of heavy ammo isn't to give the winning team an advantage, it's to give the losing team a chance to come back. And that's just not the case. That's not the way heavy ammo has worked out in Destiny. And that's maybe something they change, and one thing they can do is, like I said, add a timer to it. Just think of it. Think of, instead of, constantly having it, you only have it for so much time. You're going to want to use it. You're not just going to chill back and, hoard it. Nerfing exotics, which I think they're going to do. That dude killed me through some... What? Okay. Is nerfing some exotics. The last weekly update that came out on, I think it was last Thursday or last Friday, touched up on this a little bit, which I think is really good. I'm really glad they're nerfing certain weapons that, I mean, clearly need to be nerfed. That's so stupid.
Heavy ammo.
That clearly need to be nerfed because they just are ruining the game, ruining Destiny's PvP that is supposed to be fun, and a lot of people aren't having fun in it because of these items. You know, you got the Thorn that it not only does it have really good damage, but it's got really good range, and you can literally spec into the range. That's it. You shouldn't have the option to spec into more range. You know, the fact that even it gives you like an effect on your screen too. Like, what were you guys thinking? Like, the way that weapon was at the beginning, I think is the way it should have stayed. You know, it was really underpowered and a lot of people didn't use it. But at the same time, a lot of people weren't complaining. You know, so that's something I feel like they need to change. I never quite understood the nerf to the nerf to what was that auto rifle? Suro's Regime or whatever it was called. I never literally understood that because that weapon still took 3 or 4 shots that you had to place into somebody before they died. That is skill based. I'm sorry if you disagree, but having to put in more than 1 shot into somebody takes skill before they kill you. You know, that is like the description of what skill should be based on. If you look at all these other shooters, the reason why they're so competitive is because you have a fighting chance. And in Destiny, there's some weapons that you just don't have a chance in. And those are the weapons I feel like that they need to get nerfed. And like I said, I know the last weekly update hasn't come into effect, and I'm sure once those effects do take, I think the game will be a lot better. I really genuinely do. So yeah, there's that. Another thing I feel like they need to do is they need to nerf the range of shotguns, which I'm sure you guys have heard 1,000 freaking times. And I know Bungie has heard 1,000 freaking times because everyone hates the range of shotguns. It's just the fact. People just don't like them. So yeah, and then with the range of the shotguns, they completely removed fusion rifles from the game. People never use fusion rifles anymore. And I remember when the game first came out, a lot of people used it for that, you know, medium to long range, which I think was fair. Honestly, I really do think it was fair. Because special shouldn't be something that's just freaking hoarded like another one-shot, you know? And that's what it is right now. It's another one-shot that just destroys you.
Heavy ammo.
So yeah, I think the range needs to get nerfed. I understand Bungie's stated multiple times that they've tried fixing that. Just bring it back to how it was when the game launched. That's all you have to do. We don't want you to change like anything crazy else. We're not asking that. Just bring it to how it was before when the game launched and a lot of people weren't using it. I understand shotgun should be really good, really close. And I get that, and that's fine. I feel like the community will be happy if it's that way, to be honest. But right now it's just not. I mean, they just outrange everything. There's people that literally use special shotguns as their freaking primaries. That's not cool, man. That's not fun. Unless you're the one doing it. And I feel like that's really going to turn people off on the game, to be honest. How'd you not? So yeah, there's that. Let me see what else. Oh, another thing that I've thought of is making a play mode in Crucible where you can't use exotics. I think that would be something that would greatly benefit the game, to be honest. Like no Thorn, no last word, none of that crap, man. None of it. Get rid of it all. Oh no. Don't tell me you just got something, dude. Ooh. Intense. Got him. So yeah, removing all exotics and making that a play mode. I would play that so freaking much. I am not even kidding. Because if you think of all the #1 problem people have in this game are all exotics. Literally, every single one. Like, Last Word, Thorn, Hawkmoon, they're all exotics. Every single one, man. So I think having a game mode where there's no exotics would be really beneficial to this game. I think it would bring a competitive aspect to it. They're worried about doing that because the majority of their Crucible players all use those weapons. But you gotta think of it as the reason why is because you're forcing them to use those weapons. you know, there might be videos on here that I put up on this channel where I am using an overpowered exotic because I feel like I'm forced to use it in order to be remotely competitive. And that really sucks. I hate being forced to use a certain weapon when there's guns like this messenger that I love this messenger, by the way. I can use this messenger all day, and I will have a good time. And I think it shows you that you don't have to use an exotic, but people are just unfortunately being forced to use them because it's really hard to use anything else. Having a legendary only play mode.
The enemy almost won.
Another thing, custom games. Bungie, what are you doing? Like, you made Halo. One of the biggest things on Halo is the custom games. I remember I used to spend weekends, like full weekends, when Halo 2 was out, and all I would do was literally play custom games, and it was the funnest thing to play like ever. Rockets with your friends, you know, being able to practice, being able to do online tournaments and stuff. That was so much fun, and I really do miss those days. And I know you guys can do it. You guys did it for Halo. There's no reason why you can't do it for Bungie, or for Destiny, sorry. So I'd love to see that. But besides that, like I said, guys, I really do have a lot of fun in Destiny Crucible. Games like this are a little frustrating when my team doesn't do that good. I almost feel like we got smashed, but whatever. What are you going to do? You're going to find that in every game. And also, it was a pre-made. I mean, F8L Brotherhood, guys. Good game, I guess. So yeah, another thing I feel like they can change is if they make it to where if you solo queue, you won't get matched up against a pre-made. Because I don't know how many times I've joined games and the game's over because you're going up against a complete pre-made. That's not fun. Or it puts you in a game where they're getting smashed so hard that the game's almost over. It's not fun, you know. And those are things I feel like they might be working on the back end, because there's been a lot of updates in Destiny lately where they're not telling you what they're updating, they're just updating things on there, and that might be a server thing. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I kind of wanted to say about Crucible PvP. At the end of the day, I still do enjoy it, but I feel like it can be better. It's got that potential, and I think that's honestly one of the main reasons why I keep playing Destiny, is because it's got that potential to be that next great shooter, and I freaking love that. You don't really find that a lot in a lot of games, and I know a lot of people have given up on this game, but I will still keep playing this game until I feel like maybe halfway through Destiny 2, that's when I'll kind of stop, because if they haven't got things right by then, you just don't see them fixing it. But that's going to be it, guys. If you guys did like the video, please leave a like down below. Also subscribe if you guys wouldn't mind. Leave a comment if you guys have any questions for me. If you know other video ideas, if you guys want me to post my thoughts on Trials, which I'll probably do a video of anyways. But that's going to be it for me today. This is Cole signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.